All right, guys, welcome to Monster Camp 21. I'm so excited to be going to this. So if you go to this event, you will get all of what you see here. Sculpting tools, an apron, your sculpting bust, and the clay. All right, guys, I'm here. We're supposed to meet at the Dark Hour Escape. Jesus, words are hard this morning. Escape door. They're gonna call us in there pretty soon. Can't see the Dark Hour logo over there, but I made it. I'm here, and we start today. Monster Camp 21.
Later, much easier. That's why I'm fast, is because I start with a nice even base. And I will tell you, I'm not the best sculptor out there. I'm decent. I'm what I would call the low end of good. If I sculpt a duck, you know it's a duck, but you don't expect it to wink at you and fly away. There are people who, if they sculpt a duck, you expect it to fly away. I'm working on that, but I'm not there yet. But I can churn out B quality sculptures faster than almost anyone. And there are some areas where it's just going to be thinner, size of the nose. I don't want my nose to be, you know, chunky monkey, super massive wide. A half mask is normally right before the ears, and it covers the front half of the face. That's not what I like to do. I like to go in, and I'm going to put in basic areas of movement.
Sound effects recording?
Yeah.
Sound effects on?
Always. Got back in the balls. Spent a lot of time like that. So I've got these like half cheekbones that I'm going to put on. And a little bit of cheek. Look at relationships.
So here I'm looking at the placement of my ears. Your ear holes are lined up with the tip of your nose if you head straight back. So that's what I'm doing here. All right, so I was looking at my references again. So here's the point where I'm gonna start kind of bulking out my main features from my reference. So I'm doing a Krampus. So he has some really high brows and some really high and low features. So I'm pretty much just getting all of those put in. It's pretty funny. You can see me wiping my hands there. So I'm using my laptop. Well, it has a fingerprint thing to turn my screen on. Well, then I kept getting clay on my finger, and then I couldn't open my laptop. Didn't expect that. Wasn't thinking about how my hands were going to be covered in clay this whole time. Pretty hilarious. But I'm getting the details put in here, and then once you get it kind of roughed out, then you can kind of refine it, and then you just keep going and adding and moving. And you'll see in this class, I think I show here in a little bit, Rue shows where you can pretty much cut things completely off with the wire and move it around. And man, I had to do that quite a bit during this class. My chin at one point was in the wrong place, my nose was in the wrong place, my ears were in the wrong place, and I had to move things. And that's what's so great about this class, is they're there to help you get your sculpt to look exactly how it needs to look correct.
I love it.
Way scarier than it
It's
should
not
be.
a movie just to show it. Hopefully there's a reason he's doing it.
But, like, I could take that whole nose off and I could put it back on. Let's say I needed to move it a half an inch up. Boop. Just move it up a little bit, smooth out the lines around it. You know, so using the wire is very, 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 very useful.
That was very scary.
Yes. Yeah, it's one whole big chunk that you can take off. to make a big change. Or you can use it to make tiny change. Like, let's say this cheekbone has to just drop that much. Instead of having to move the whole, sculpt everything around it, take all the edges off of it, I can just move just that cheekbone down. So, wire is very useful.
Thank you.
Say woo-hoo!
Woohoo! Go make stuff.
The baby, this gonna be the baby. That's gonna be awesome. That baby, those baby ones are so hilarious.
Like he looks so sad.
Look at all these fancy people with all the fancy.
I know.
I'm making my phone and my computer completely gross and dirty. Oh wow, that's looking awesome.
When you get back to your table, get your wire out, please.
All right.
Everybody's scared of it.
Ruh-roh. Oh no, Alan said I had to get my wire out. And I've already undone mine, so it's ready.
Okay, so basically, it's got a flat side on the back.
So hard to
and
see in this
rounded on the
video,
front,
but
just like
Alan's
your
going to show
thumb.
us
Look
how
at
to
your
make
thumb.
teeth with this
is
tool.
rounded and puffy. and
It's
the
a
side's
pretty cool technique.
It's the same.
You said it's a Kemper what?
Kemper W21.
Kemper W21.
And it's going to make my gums and form my teeth. So I'm putting it on the edge. I'm rolling with a little bit of pressure. And if you want wider teeth, you just scoot as you roll and you get a bigger tooth. But something that I want to do is I want to take your other loop tool, because a mouth is not, these curve. They don't, they're not flat across. So I'm going to take out some meat here so that I can turn the corner with those teeth, because your teeth are attached to your skull, not to your lips. Most people.
Yeah, there's probably somebody out there that are taps their lips.
I had a friend with a skateboard accident. His teeth were coming out of his lip.
My gums are a little less attached to my teeth because of the skateboard accident.
That happens too.
Right now.
Okay, so now I need to figure out where the bottom of that tooth is. I'm just gonna push up.
Did you knock a bunch out?
Now, normally there's a sharper tooth here. And I'm just gonna push that at that angle. Up in between the teeth, there's always a little gap up here. Bad guys have spaces between their teeth. Heroes don't.
I have to tell my sister that because she has a gap and I don't. She's like, Necessities by Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Pittsburgh Necessities by Red Hot Chili Peppers on Amazon Music.
Or that was great. Why was that concerned? We're doing it for more.
This is like, this hallway is so awesome. It's like every promo poster that Dark Hour's ever done, and then each year they have the cast that signs the banner, which is super cool. Hey look, it's like almost my guy up there.
Yes. That is one of our
So if you do Monster Camp, you get yummy food in the VIP room. Oh yeah. And if you're lucky, you get to sit next to Rue. I made a new term.
Lucky.
I got a
Lucky.
I started a new term, and it's called woohoo, woo-roo.
Woo-roo.
Instead of woohoo, it's woo-roo. I told him he should start using it. So if you like woo-roo, leave it in the comments. Okay, so Rue was explaining how to smooth this out with baby powder. Can't let you hear him explain it, but he's basically putting it on there and just rubbing it around to get rid of all the little loose balls. But there was rap music playing in the background, and I don't want to get a copyright. Snoop Dogg.
Is it flared? So don't overthink it. I need this shape right here, bridge of the nose. I need nostrils. Look, I got thumbs. Your fingers are made to fit inside of your nose, no matter what your second grade teacher said. And then I don't want a smooth blend. I want to cut that off because nostrils are, they really stick out from the body. They don't just take a little clay from somewhere. And before I even put this on, I'm gonna flare these edges so it's gonna be easier to blend. And now I've made a little,
Going back, but see what regular with the tooth in. I don't hate it. No, me neither. Want to see wrinkles? You may not be doing them now, but like this is a really good tip for future. So I like to leave some of the wrinkles from the bag even when I'm doing this. Get them in there, right? Now I'll
Just
take
as a warning, he's gonna smell
this.
this shit all out when he's done.
and I'll just start creating wrinkles.
Where would they stick out? What does that look like? You know?
Right? And I'm just putting a bunch of wrinkles in. Right? But then pull the bag off and they all stay.
And then you have to
They're
say,
soft.
voila.
They're soft.
Yeah.
They're not.
Because if I did it just this way, I leave
It's
that
more like
nice
scars.
hard edge and everything,
Yeah.
right? So I'll take it.
Meal number 2, day 1, delicious.
I keep thinking he's talking to himself.
I am talking to myself. I am talking to myself
Oh, it's Steve.
and all the people of YouTube. I'm, telling them how awesome Monster Camp is and that they should come do the thing because you get all this awesome food too.
I
Yes,
was very confused. I apologize.
it's okay. Day 1, Monster Camp complete. So we are heading out. And then tomorrow, obviously, day 2. Behind the scenes. Hello.
So do you change stuff all the time?
Give you guys a quick tour of the showroom floor where you come in. This is kind of the merch area, which is pretty cool. And then they actually have a store now where they can do masks. So pretty cool.